Halachot Nida, class number 2. I would like to thank those who motivated, those who were happy to hear the first Shiur. Be'ezrat Hashem, step by step, we'll go to the second Shiur. This Shiur has a lot of details, and we won't be able to cover throughout one Shiur. Later on throughout the book, we'll be quoting them more and more. But now we'll just cover the simple basics, and we will move on. Halacha Gimel in the book Torat Hatahara. It says, Ematai asura mishum nida. When is woman forbidden to her husband as a nida? Ein chiluk le'inyan isur nida ben ksheraata dam mechamat she'egia zman vista uben ksheraata mechamat siba musuyemet. There's no difference. A woman is being forbidden to her husband as a nida, regardless she saw blood because of her time came to see blood, as her relatives come, we will name it relatives, or for any different reason. I would want to stop over here and we'll go to the book Taharat Habayit, Halacha Bet, page 4. It says over there like this: Isha shera'ata dam mechamat ones. Let's say woman saw blood through a certain accident. For example, she jumped from one place to another and she saw blood. Or she saw two animals living with each other, and she desired. When person sees animal live together, sometimes person desires. So therefore Torah says you have to be careful not to look at different things and not to look at animal living together. And when she got this desire, she saw blood. So we see two cases here. Case number 1, she jumps from one place. Case number 2, she saw animals live with each other. And there's many different cases. Each woman know herself, and through some things that they do, they could be seeing even though it's not the time for them to see. Since she saw blood in any way, she is impure, she is nida. Even though she saw a drop like a mustard seed, very small, tiny drop, it's like a lot of blood came from her, and she has to wait for these 7 clean days. As soon as she checks before sunset that she is clean, she could start counting 7 clean days. Okay, what are we talking about? What are we doing? A husband and wife, they decided to go play basketball, whatever. They dressed good, nobody's in the park, no goyim, and they decided to play basketball. Okay, once she jumps to shoot the ball, and she says, listen, I felt something. She goes to the bathroom and she checks herself and she sees blood. So what do we say? She saw blood because of the jump. She is tameh tumad nida, and after checking, she has to count 7 clean days. And after 7 clean days, we spoke about if it's Wednesday, next Wednesday. If it's Tuesday, next Tuesday, she goes to the mikvah. This is Torat Taharat Habayit, Halacha Bet. Now, let's jump back to Torat Hatahara. We said, in any situation, if woman she sees blood, she is nida. For example, what were the 2 cases? Or she jumped, or she saw animal live with another animal. V'chol shera'ata dam harei hi teme'ah, says Halacha Gimel in Torat Hatahara. In any scenario, because she saw blood, she is tameh, she is impure. Ubilvad she'atzadam ze min hamakor, as long as this blood comes from her uterus. Dahainu min harechem shebo notzar havlad. It means it's from the place where the baby is forming. Women have 3 rooms. From outside, our room is called prosdor. It's like corridor, porch. And then there is makor. Makor is the source, is the uterus where the child is forming. Any blood that comes from makor is automatically nida. Any blood comes from prosdor, corridor. This is place where men could go to part of it, and that prosdor, any blood comes from prosdor, it's nida only the Rabbanan. And there's another place, the top is called aliyah. Any blood also comes from aliyah, is tameh de Rabbanan, it's not the oraita. The only blood is tameh de oraita, is done from the makor, from the source, from the uterus where the child is forming. As it says, mimekor dameha, blood from her source, from her uterus where the child is forming. ומכל מקום אין צריך שיצא האדם מחוץ לגופם. Now, every woman knows herself. For example, they know tomorrow they should be seeing their relatives, means their period. They should be seeing their relatives, and throughout the day she feels like certain shake in the body. She feels like a certain cramp in the stomach, and the body shakes. And she felt that something came out from her body from the uterus. This is the oraita teme'ah, because the only time, one of the serious times when woman becomes teme'ah nida de oraita is when she has hargasha, her body feels, her body shakes. When body shakes, body feels, this hargasha, the shake itself, causes to be the oraita. Today we will be discussing how woman could be 2 types of nida, the oraita nida or the rabbanan nida. What's the difference, the oraita or the rabbanan? I'll give you a brief explanation now, and later on we'll get deeper. Anytime when a woman is, according to the Torah, the oraita, because she felt, she sees blood, any drop, she's nida. Even though it's colored garment, she's nida. There's no way out. She is nida. But if it is the Rabbanan, if she's nida the Rabbanan, then there's a lot of leniencies. Number 1, we ask her right away, did she feel? Oh, she didn't feel. She didn't feel, then it's the Rabbanan. Then second question comes in. Was it on the white garment or colored garment? If it's white garment and it's cotton, we are going further to check different tests. But if it's on the colored garment, automatically she's clean, because colored garment do not accept impurity. Third question is, what was the measurement? If it's less than 2 centimeters, it's clean. If it's more than 2 centimeters, it's not clean. Again, depends how thick it is, how not thick it is. We will discuss all these topics later on, Be'ezrat Hashem. But the first question is if she's tameh nida de oraita or tameh nida de rabbanan. Now let's go to discuss these cases. Halacha Dalet in the book Torat Hatahara. פעמים שהאישה שראת אדם שיצא מן המקור טמאה מן התורה. Sometimes when woman has discharge of blood from the uterus, which is where the place that baby is growing there, she is tameh min Torah. Upe'amim, and sometimes shehi tameh midarabanan. Sometimes she's tameh, impure, derabanan, only according to the rabbis. Unva'el et sugya hareiyot. And we will discuss right now the differences. Now, hirgisha sheniftach mekora. If woman, she felt her uterus opened, v'yatza mimena dam, and she felt that there was a discharge of blood. Hare hi teme'a min Torah. She sees blood after the feeling, after the shake of the body. She felt the opening of the uterus. She is tameh min Torah. She is impure from the Torah. This is first case. Second case, hirgisha za'azua begufa. Now, first case was she felt opening in the body, in the uterus. The second one, she shook her body. Her body shaked. Umatza le'achar miken dam. And then she goes to the bathroom and she sees blood. Harehi teme'a min Torah. She's nida min Torah, from the Torah. What does that mean, from the Torah? Any drop. She's nida. Colored garment. She's nida. Small tiny drop. Lo'ot tipadam kechardal shivad yoshvot aleh shivad nakim. Even though it's a small drop of blood like a mustard seed, she sits on this 7 clean days. Third case, hirgisha zivat davalach begufa. She didn't feel nothing opening, but she feels inside of her something like dripping, something like going down there. Wet. She feels that something wet there. Ul-achar miken matzadam. And like a couple of minutes later, she goes and she sees blood. Harei teme'a midarabanan. Here, she didn't feel anything before. Body didn't shake. She just felt wet. And she checks herself. In this case, this is tameh midarabanan. Right away comes questions. How big it is? What's the color of the garment? And she didn't feel it, this becomes the Rabbanan. And if it's colored garment, she's clean. If it's less than 2 centimeters, we spoke about it, she's clean. If it's more, then becomes different halachot. We will talk about it later. Case number 4. Matzah ketem al besara, or al bigda. If woman found stain on her body or on her garment, v'lo ergisha klal b'tziato, and she didn't feel at all that it came, how it came from her body, harei teme'a midarabanan. This is nida, but only the Rabbanan. Again, those leniencies come in. If it's colored garment, what's the size? Did she feel? She didn't feel. And we already saw she didn't feel. We just spoke about it. We said she found stain on her body or on her garment, and it depends on the body. We'll speak about it later on. Or on the garment, and she didn't feel it at all. Then comes question is on the size and on the garment, on the color of the garment. Case number 5. Badka atzma be'ed bedika. A woman checks herself with a white cloth. Every woman has white cloth, right? They get it from the mikvah. Umatza dam ala ed. She checks herself and she sees blood on the garment, on that cloth. Harei safek teme'a min Torah. This is doubtful impureness of nida from the Torah. Why is it doubt? Because we don't know when she put her hand inside if she felt it or not. If she felt blood coming, she wouldn't feel it because her finger is there. So therefore, it's a fake nida deoraita. And the last case, vav, קינחה עצמה מחוץ לפרוזדור. She went to the bathroom. She just wiped herself as a normal woman wipe from outside. Our wiping. קינחה עצמה מחוץ לפרוזדור. She wiped herself. בעת בדיקה, with a cloth that you check with. ומצא דם. And she sees blood on the cloth. ולא הכניסה את העד בפנים כלל. She didn't put in the white cloth inside at all. She just wiped it from outside. Sha'arei טמאה מדרבנן. This is impure, but only the Rabbanan, rabbinical. So therefore we see the size, and since it's white garment, if the size is bigger than 2 centimeters, then we say what? She's nida, and she has to count 7 clean days. We will talk about all these details. Halacha hey. I'm sorry if it gets boring, but I want to tell you one thing before we continue to the halacha. Sometimes people get married, they're waiting to have a child, and chas v'shalom, after 2-3 months pregnancy, they hear that lo aleinu, or baby couldn't make it, or mother couldn't hold it, or something happened, or she picked up something heavy and something happened. So therefore, now we have opportunity. Any Rosh Chodesh we have, we should pray on Musaf for pregnant women, for our wives, for other women, for anybody who's pregnant. Why? Because this tefillah, Rashi Chodashim le'amcha natata. Rashi is first letter Resh, Chodashim Chet le'amcha Lamed. Comes out the first letter is Rachel. This tefillah was established by Rachel Imenu. Musaf of Rosh Chodesh was established by Rachel Imenu, and Rachel Imenu, she gave her life for the labor. It says L'chol toldotam. It says Zman kapara L'chol toldotam. It's time of forgiveness for all the women who are having a children. So when men have kavanah during Musaf, to have kavanah that their wives should have easy labor, Be'ezrat Hashem, Hashem will accept tefillot, and they will have easy labor, and there will be no questions of nida or any other things, Be'ezrat Hashem, when they are expecting to have a child. Okay. La halacha, אין הבדל בין נידה הטמאה מן התורה לבין נידה הטמאה מדרבנן. There's no difference between woman who's nida from the Torah or from the rabbis. Means if she checked or if she felt that something came out from her body, a minute later she sees in the bathroom blood, she's nida d'oraita. She has to count 7 clean days and go to mikvah. Or she didn't feel nothing, she feels something wet, and she wiped herself with a white cloth, and she sees blood. If this blood is more than 2 centimeters, we spoke about it, it's more than a ketem, more than a stain sign, the measurement, so she's also nida. Once in these both cases, when she's nida from Torah or from the rabbis, the law of nida applies full-fledged. Means in any case, husband is not allowed to touch her, husband is not allowed to live with her, or even lie down on the same bed, even though they will have garments on. He has his garment, she has her garment. It's not going to help. Nida, they have to be in different beds, but they should try to be in the same room. Nida, it doesn't mean she's already like outsider. I have nothing to do with her, I go outside. That's not respect, and it's not nice. להלכה אין הבדל בין נידה הטמאה מן התורה לבין נידה הטמאה מדרבנן, לעניין דין ישיבה, נקיים וטבילה והרחקות וכיוצא בזה. So even though she's nida derabanan, according to rabbis or according to the Torah, still she has to count 7 clean days after the checking If she's clean before sunset, she goes into checking. She has to count 7 clean days. She go to mikveh, make tefillah, and then all this, whatever period of time of nida takes, all the separations that they should have between husband and wife, not allowed to give things to her hands, not allowed to shake hands with her, all these things we will be discussing later. Everything is the same laws. There's no such thing, oh, it's the Rabbanan, this is the Rabbanan, I could take leniency, oh, it's not the right, or it is the right. There's no such thing. It's both the same laws. These 7 clean days, you can't come close to her, you can't be on the bed, whether it's the Rabbanan or the Oraita. אולם חכמים קבעו כמה הגדרות בעניין טומאת נידה, טומאת כתם דרבנן. But rabbis, they made some borders for נידה, which is דרבנן, כגון שאין הטמאה אלא אם כן היה הכתם בקוטר של יתר משיעור 20 מילימטר. Now, as we spoke before, this is leniencies rabbis made for the nida, which is the Rabbanan. The only time she's becoming nida who has to wait for 7 days, only if the blood that she saw on the cloth, she wiped herself from outside, all this stuff, if it's white garment, if it's more than 2 centimeters, less than that, she's clean. בהיינו בכתם עגול, ואם אין עגול צריך שיהיה שטחו הכולל של הכתם כשיעור הנ"ל. Just to see if you stretch it, if it will be more than 2 centimeters or less. If it goes more than 2 centimeters, then it's nida. We will discuss all this to the great length. If it's less, then she's clean. וכן שאין הטמא אלא אם כן היה הכתם על בגד לבן. And also, she's only the Rabbanan. When she says ketem the Rabbanan, she's only tamea if it is on the white garment. If it's not on the white garment, she's clean. בלעד בגד צבעוני ועוד כמה הגדרות ויועד דינים אלו ביתר הלאה. הרחבה להלן בהלכות כתמים. Later on, we'll explain many more details in the halachot כתמים. אולם, בנידה הטמאה מן התורה. But if woman, as we spoke before, she's נידה דאורייתא from the Torah, אפילו אם היה כתם הדם קטן ביותר, even though the stain is very small, ואפילו היה על בגד צבעוני, even though it was on the colored garment, but because she had feelings, and because she has to know today, she has to see her period, and she start jumping and all this, and she felt, and she sees blood, that's the oraita. ואפילו היה על בגד צבעוני, even though it's a colored garment, הרי טמאה, she's impure, צריכה להפסיק בטהרה, she has to make after proper time comes. We will discuss this also. If it's in the time of a period, then she has to count minimum 4, and if she after 4 clean, she checks herself, then she starts counting 7 clean days. But if it's not during the period time, let's say she went to the mikveh 3 days ago and she started jumping, after jumping she saw blood and she felt and she saw blood, she's also nida, she has to check herself, and that night before sunset she checks herself, that night she starts counting 7 clean days. If that was on Sunday, next Sunday, Monday, next Monday she goes to the mikveh. If it was on Tuesday, she goes next Tuesday. The day that she's checking, that day next week, after sunset she goes to the mikveh. The only thing neither will be purified after 7 clean days is only through the mikveh. If not mikveh, nothing can help her. No shower, no bath, no water spilling, no matter what. Din tum'at isha שראתה כתם שהיא טמאה מדרבנן. Law of a woman who saw stain, but which is the Rabbanan. She's nida the Rabbanan. who אפילו אם ראתה הכתם מיד אחר ששימשה עם בעלה. It could be sometimes right after they had intercourse. They lived together, they made their mitzvah, and right away he comes out and she sees blood. ונמצא הקטן על הסדין, and there was blood on the sheet, או על בשרה, או on her body, ואין לך שמא יצא ממנה אדם בשעת תשמיש, והרגישה. We're not worried about that. It came out during the action and she felt it. No. וסבורה הייתה שהרגשת תשמישי. And we don't say he was inside and she felt it and she thought that was the part of the action. No, we don't say that. We don't say it's the oraita. We say he came out, she didn't feel it, and then she saw blood, and this is the Rabbanan and not the oraita. So therefore, what's the benefit of this? If it's less than 2 centimeters, clean. She's clean. She's not nida. If it's colored sheet and it's not on the body, she's clean. If it is on the body, but it's very small, less than 2 centimeters, so she's again clean. So therefore, we have to know all these details. And same thing, if woman went to the bathroom, and right away she sees on her body stain of blood, or she sees on her skirt, or she sees on her garment. She is tameh, stain, derabanan. What does that mean, derabanan? If it's colored garment, she's clean. Or it's not colored, it's white, but it's less than 2 centimeters, clean. ואין לך שמא יצא ממנה אדם בשעה שעשתה צרכיה והרגישה. And we don't say, oh, when she was using the bathroom, that time she had feeling and she didn't feel the feeling, and therefore it should be the oraita. No, we don't say that. We don't come with the conclusions that's not necessary. We don't come with the stringencies that's not there. והרגישה. וסבורה הייתה שהרגשת צרכיה היא. We don't say, and she really, when she was doing, she felt it, and therefore it's the oraita, and even small drop, she should be nida. We don't say that. We don't say that. We say, when she was doing her bathroom things, she did it, and then she didn't feel how a little bit blood came out. And we see if this blood is, even though it's a lot of blood came out, but she didn't feel it. A lot of blood came out, and it's on the colored garment. She's clean. She's clean. She's not nida. הלכה זין. לאור האמור יוצא שאישה שראתה כתם שלו בהרגשה אחר תשמיש. So out of all this what we say comes out, if husband and wife they had mitzvah, and then she sees a stain after the action, or after using the bathroom she sees a stain, הרי דין כתם זה בכל דין כתם שראתה שלא בהרגשה. It comes out, she saw a stain without feeling, and since it's without feeling, there's a lot of leniencies. If it's less than 2 centimeters, she's clean. It's very little blood. If it's on the white garment, she's also clean. I'm sorry, if it's on a colored garment, not white. White garment, if it's less than 2 centimeters, white garment clean. But if it's colored garment, even a lot, more than 2 centimeters, there's a lot of blood, still clean. Why? Because colored garment do not accept impurity. ואם לא היה שיעור הכתם בקוטר של יותר מ-20 מילימטר, אינה טמאה כלל, as we said. If it's less than 2 centimeters, she's clean. ואפילו מדרבנן, even דרבנן she's clean. וכן, אם היה כתם על בגד צבעוני או על נייר, or she saw stain on the colored garment, or even on the toilet paper. Toilet paper also does not accept tumah. She wipes, there's a lot of blood on the toilet paper, it's nothing. אפילו היה גדול ביותר, it's not less than 2 centimeters, it's big, 10 centimeters, 15 centimeters, אינה טמאה כלל, וכן כל כיוצא בזה, she's clean, and all these laws applied like this. Means, if they had action, If they had mitzvah and she sees blood afterwards, we follow law of a ketem. So therefore, it's good to have on the clean days sheet which is colored sheet. Why? If it's white, then you stuck. If it's colored, even though there's a lot of blood, let's say, I mean, of course, you made light calculations. We'll spoke about calculations next shiur, but you see there's blood, and it's colored garment. We said that she didn't feel it, and she's clean. Halacha chet, law number 8, which is last law in the first chapter. This today will be our first day, finishing first chapter. כבר ביארנו לעיל שאישה שיצאה טיפת דם ממקורה, הרי היא טמאה. We spoke already before that if woman sees even small drop of blood from her uterus where the child is growing, she is tameh מדאורייתא, ואינה עולה מטומאתה עד שתפסוק בטהרה ותספול 7 נקיים ותטבול במקווה טהרה. And she is not coming out from the status of being nida until she counts 7 clean days. First she checks herself, she's clean, then she counts 7 clean days. After 7 clean days she checks herself again and she goes to the mikvah. בכל זמן שלא עשתה כן, if woman did not make first checking to see if she's clean, or she did all the checkings but she didn't never go to mikvah, harei hi al bala isur karet, she is forbidden to live with her husband, and if they leave, karet, they get karet. We spoke about karet. What karet is, the soul and the year lifespan gets cut in half. ואין האישה יכולה לקצר את ימי טומאתה, and woman cannot shorten the days of her impurity. Means she has to count 7 days, she wants to count 5. There's no such thing. And she says, oh, you know what, that's 2 days before my vacation time. I'm sorry, that's the vacation time, even though it's 2 days before. I want to go on my vacation, even day before. She has to go to mikvah on Tuesday, she wants to go on Monday. Why? Oh, we're going to vacation, so I don't know if there's mikvah, so I want to go here day before. No such a thing. You cannot calculate your impurity days. That should be less or should be more. There's no such a thing. She's not allowed to shorten her days of impurity. And she cannot go to mikvah unless she has full 7 days. After the checking of the first checking after blood stops. Afilu bimkom tzorach gadol, even though it's a great need, they go to vacation, still not allowed. ואפילו אם הרופאים קובעים שאם תמתין זמן זה יעבור זמן הביוץ שבו יכולה להתעבר, even the doctors say, oh, you know, you have ovulation, if you don't go day before to the mikveh, then you're losing your egg and this and that, and then you won't be able to get pregnant for this month. Really? Hashem decides everything and no doctor decides. אין יכולה להקל לקצר עם ההפסק בטהרה ושבע נקיים ותעשה שאלת חכם כיצד לנהוג. Really, in those emergency situations, she has to go to the rabbis and discuss with them what is the proper steps to take. Hashem should help us to finish other chapters. Thank you. Good night.